Hello, insurance agency owners. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to craft the perfect insurance sales and marketing message. Okay, so um, all right. So you might think that you're selling insurance, right? You might think that you're marketing insurance, but you don't decide what to sell. The market decides what they want to be sold. So when I first started in the insurance industry, in the financial services industry, a couple of months ago, almost a year and a half ago, I think, right? I moved really fast in the industry. I started generating leads and generating appointments and making a lot of money really fast in the industry. And really quickly, I learned that you don't decide what you sell. The market decides what they want to be sold. So at first, when I first came into the insurance industry, I thought that I was selling insurance. I thought that I was selling retirement planning, insurance with living benefits, all of that stuff that is, term policy, a permanent policy, all of that good stuff. That's what I thought that I was selling, and I was failing. Everything was moving really slow. I was doing the things that my upline, my trainers told me to do, which is, call people, attend events, network with everyone that crossed my paths, sell to my family and friends, recruit people. I was doing all of these things, which I didn't quite like and were not working, right? Because I come from a Hispanic background. So I used to live down in Nogales, Arizona, which is a border town, and it's full of Mexican people. And the people that I was trying to sell to never wanted to buy from me, right? And I started doubting myself. I started questioning myself. Like, I started to doubt my own my own skill, my own mindset. I started to doubt myself, and I thought that I was the problem, and not what my marketing message or the product was the problem. And then I started to get educated on sales, on marketing, and stuff like that. And I quickly realized that you don't decide what to sell. The market decides what they want to be sold. So what does this mean? This means that I realized that I wasn't selling insurance, right? So I was trying to sell to Mexican people, Hispanic people in the United States, and all of those people, they never wanted to invest in insurance. They thought that insurance was a scam. They actually got afraid, right? They got scared whenever someone mentioned insurance to them, because I don't know, like, they were just scared. They thought it was a scam. They thought that it didn't work. And none of those people that I was trying to sell to were financially educated. They didn't believe in saving. They didn't believe in investing. So I had to use a completely different approach whenever I was trying to sell to them. And I couldn't come up to them and tell them if they wanted to buy insurance, because they didn't want to buy insurance. They wanted to buy something else, right? So I had to really dig deep, and I had to really find out what my market wanted. I was selling insurance, but my market didn't want to buy insurance. They wanted to buy something else. So I had to come up with a way. I started to get educated. I started to get developed on marketing and sales. And I had to come up with a way in which I was going to frame insurance in a way such that it would be attractive to my buyers. So I started interviewing people. I started getting on conversations with my market, right? Getting really clear on what their desire was. I used what I call now the Avatar Sniper Finder questions, which was a strategy that was taught by my coach, by one of my coaches. And then another strategy, which is lying in the bed of your market, right? Lying in the bed of your market and asking yourself, what do they lie awake at night thinking about, right? Like, what are their fears? What are their desires? What are their concerns? What is it that they want the most? What is it that they want to avoid at all cost, right? You got to get clear on all of those things that your market, feel, have, think, and then you want to position yourself as someone that can solve those issues, solve those fears, fulfill those desires. And when I was starting to apply these strategies, right? Lying when I started to lie in the bed of my market's bed, right? When I started to ask myself, what are these people feeling? What are these people thinking? What lies do they tell themselves? What stories do they believe? I started to get really clear that what they wanted wasn't insurance, right? What they wanted was something completely different. What they wanted was a solution to their problems. What they wanted was something that was going to make themselves feel loved, something that was going to make themselves feel like they love their family. What they wanted was something to get them out of a generational cycle of poverty and build wealth, right? Just like just like my family had gone through generations of cycles of poverty, right? Not being financially educated, not knowing about the best financial decisions, not having life insurance with living benefits in case something happens while you're alive, not being prepared for a death, an accident, or an illness, and all of the problems that my family suffered and went through years and years and years and generations and generations and generations. My market had been going through the same problems, right? I had the key right under my nose. The key was actually my story, right? The key was actually my background. The key was actually the key to sell a lot of insurance, to generate dozens of leads and dozens of qualified appointments every single day, week, and month, was actually in front of my nose and was actually my life. But I wasn't able to see it until I actually got on calls. I was talking to people, I was interviewing them, and instead of trying to sell to them, I was trying to dig deep into what their problems, their desires, and their fears were, right? And I found out that they were not looking for insurance. They were looking for the number one recession-proof investment that was going to help them create generational wealth, leave a legacy for their families, leave a legacy to their kids, so that they can pay for the house, so that they can go to college, so that they can pay for the wedding, so that they can buy the house, create generational wealth, leave a legacy, secure a brighter financial future so that their kids can go to college, so that they can make sure that they don't lose the house, and plan for their retirement, right? So even though these people didn't believe in investing, they didn't believe in insurance, they didn't believe in all of this investment because they were not financially educated, they were dying for someone to come and educate them on the best financial decisions, on the number one recession-proof investments, on the number one investments that was going to make their income and their money grow, that it was going to keep it safe, and that it was going to keep it growing. Even though they didn't believe in insurance or investing or anything like that, they were dying for someone to come and educate them about the best financial decisions that was going to help them create wealth, right? So that is what I did. I used the Avatar Sniper Finder questions, right? This is part of my system and the service that I help insurance agency owners with. And I started using the lying in the bed of my markets, right? So I have some questions. We have a process that we take our clients through. We ask stuff like, what do they lie awake at night thinking about, right? What problems, worries, fears, or challenges are they facing? What are their goals, their desires, their ambitions? What are they looking for, seeking for, and hoping for, right? And lots of other questions, because you don't create great marketing messages, all right? You don't create great copy, right? It's great marketing copy that you write. A great marketing message and a great copy comes from what your market's needs and desires are, right? So the only way that you can create a great copy and a great marketing message that makes your ideal clients to come to you is by using what your ideal clients fears, wants, and desires, and you use it in that copy. So we actually have a framework in which we use specific messages for each insurance agency owner's target audience, right? So we have a framework that we use to use specific plug and play, right? Specific messages, targets, like titles and stuff like that, to craft perfect copies, perfect marketing message by our team of copywriters. And that's how we craft the perfect marketing message, right? So if 90% of your success, if 90% of your insurance agency's success was based on marketing and sales, and the other 10% was everything else, what would you start doing, right? So if 90% of your insurance agency's success of the future, if 90% of the success of the future of your insurance sales was based on marketing and sales, what would you do right now, right? 90% is marketing and sales. That's going to make a big impact on your success, right? It's all marketing and sales. So if you knew that, if that was the case, if that was true, what would you do right now? You see, marketing and sales is actually the strongest link of value right now in any business, because it's not about who has the best product. It's not about who has the best service or the best team or the best processes. It's about who can leverage technology, automation systems, and digital marketing to distribute that product. It's all about marketing and sales right now. So if 90% of your insurance agency success was based on marketing and sales, what would you do? Let me tell you what you should do. What you should do is get really clear on who your ideal clients are. Get really clear on what their fears are. What is it that they don't want? What is it that they are that causes them to, to like feel bad, to feel like they can't sleep? What causes them to not be able to sleep at night? What are their desires? What is it that they love the most? Why are they doing what they want to do? For who? Why? For what? Right? So the first thing that you need to do, if marketing and sales is 90% of your agency's success, is crafting the perfect marketing message. And the way that you're going to craft the perfect marketing message to be able to attract your clients and to be able to make them come to you is by getting really clear on who your ideal client is, right? And for that, you need a process, right? You need a process. You need to interview people. You need to get on calls with them. You probably already have experience. So all you would need to do is just realize everything that you haven't been able to realize until this point. So that is the secret. If marketing and sales and distribution are the key for your success, then you have to start off by the fundamentals. You have to start off by identifying who your ideal client is. I know this might sound stupid, right? I already know who my client is, you might be thinking. But the reality is that either you are not doing it right or you're just not doing it at all, right? And you probably don't know who your ideal client is. And if I ask you who your ideal client is, you would kind of know and you would kind of be able to tell me, but you wouldn't be able to articulate it and put it in a way that anyone would be able to understand. So that is the first thing that you want to do. Go back to the fundamentals and figure out who your ideal client is. And the second thing is, once you figure out everything about them, right? Once you figure out what is it that keeps them up awake at night thinking and not being able to sleep, then you can craft your ideal market, your perfect marketing message. And remember, you don't decide what to sell to your market. Your market decides what they want to be sold. So if you're an insurance agency owner and you need help identifying who your ideal client is, in crafting the perfect marketing message, and setting up a strategy, right? Building a strategy, a strategy to distribute your product and your service so that you can help your agents produce more. If you want to increase your insurance agency's morale, right? Give your agents a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, so that they can be driven and produce at their maximum capacity. If you want all of this, you have to start with the fundamentals. And if you need help with this, I would love to help you. So comment perfect marketing message down below, and I will be more than happy to reach out to you. Get on a call with you, walk you through some of the questions that we take our clients to, and help you in a free consultation call. So that is it for now. Okay. Remember, you don't decide what to sell to your market. Your market decides what they want to be sold. Okay. So this is it for today. My name is Alex Ramirez, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.